What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Also, I'll say happy birthday to him as well, if that's okay.
Oh, his stinking ass, he good. We gonna go pick him up from assisted living and take him somewhere, throw a burger down his throat and bring him back.
Right when the season begins. And speaking
Yeah.
speaking about seasons, the final season of Power Book 2 Ghost is coming up. I'm pretty
Mm.
excited. I can tell that you are as well. So how are you feeling about everything that's coming out, especially since everyone wants to see what the heck happened after that cliffhanger?
I'm excited about it. There are a lot of people who are going to tune in just for that, but there are also people who have been riding with this show since the first season who are going to tune in regardless. All are welcome. Uh, I heard you guys actually got to see first episode. Well, how many episodes did they show you guys? One, two, one?
I cannot say.
Okay. Well, somebody already gave it away, but if you did see one episode, then you pretty much know the direction that this show is going to go in, and they're pretty consistent with continuity. So I just hope that it resonates to the crowd when they see it, like Tariq having to deal with everyone betraying him at the end, me having to deal with my brother being or my brother killing himself and taking out a key figure, and me losing my law license. So it's a lot to deal with there as well. And I haven't even gotten to the Tejadas yet, who are in a whole other kind of space. It's a different ball game when your kids trying. You know what I mean? When your kids trying to kill your ass, that's deep. You need a lot of self reflection. A lot of self-reflection. So there's a lot of moving pieces there, man. And I think this last season is gonna blow people away.
Awesome. Now you brought up Davis McLean's brother's death, and that was a really heavy scene because I also got to see you bring out different ranges of your acting on this one. So how did you pull that one off, especially since that was really heavy?
Um, you try to stay honest in those moments, and the gravity of the moment wasn't lost on me, meaning Method Man, not Davis. It wasn't lost on me. And how would you feel uh knowing that, for the majority of your law career, you've been trying to get your brother free, only to have him get free and then off himself not even a week or two after that. It really, like, when you can come to grips with all of that, then you know exactly where my headspace was in that moment. It's tragic. I couldn't even imagine that happening to me in real time. I'd be devastated.
Yeah, I point that one out because I've seen you in other heavy scenes on other shows and movies, but that one really stood out to me, especially since I.
Thank you. Thank you. I had to dig deep for that. I'm pretty guarded in the way I present myself, but sometimes you do have to let your guard down.
Now, for this upcoming season, are there any episodes that really stand out to you?
It's been a long time since we shot him, brother. So, without giving away any spoilers, I can't say.
It's all good. It's all good. Now, going back to some of the new characters that's coming up, will we see Davis McLean interact with a lot more newer characters this season?
Yeah, there's a few new interactions. I mean, we got Golden Brooks. We're lucky to get her. She's on the show. We got Michael Ealy, who's a consummate, like, this dude here, man. He just brings an energy to the set where it's like, yeah, we cool right now, but once they call action, I ain't fucking with you kind of energy. You know what I mean? He's really good, and we're lucky to have him as well. There's some new interactions. I never really got to interact with Noma. A lot of characters didn't, so it's good to have uh, Caroline front and center in this fourth season, playing our main antagonist. So this should be interesting.
My final one for you. Given that last year you and the Wu Tang Clan celebrated 30 years of the very first album of Enter the Wu Tang,
Yeah.
this will be the 30 years since your first album. So how do you plan on celebrating?
No. Nah, I don't even listen to my music.
You're not going to celebrate at all.
No, it's not going to be any celebration whatsoever. My celebration came when the fans received it well, and the my biggest celebration will probably be looking on social media of all the other people say congratulations or happy birthday, 30 years, or and all that. I love stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Method Man. Great speaking with you again today. Hope you
No,
are.
it wasn't. No, I'm playing. Salute. Thank you, guy. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. What's going on, Mike? It's been a while since
My guy, what's up, man?
I'm good. I am good. I'm still alive, as you can see.
As you should be, man. That's good. That's good to see.
Now, we got the final season part one coming up. How are you feeling, especially since we don't get too many drama slash crime shows that go on for a decade?
Um, I feel I feel good. Like I feel it's a bittersweet, feeling. Like obviously, we don't want it to end. The fans don't want it to end, but I feel like it's also kind of like a good time for, for it to end, rather than it being dragged out and like people, oh, when is this finally gonna end? It's ending on a note as we're like people are like, oh no, don't end it. So I feel like that's it's a good time, but also it sucks that we can't give the fans what they want, which is more seasons. But I feel like there's a time for everything, and I feel like God's timing is the best timing. So I feel like this is God's timing. He said it's time for something new, so it's time for something new, and I'm super okay with it.
Awesome. Now, the previous season ended on a cliffhanger, and I am eager to know how are we going to jump right back into it? Like, what's going to be the intensity? What can
Oh,
people expect?
the intensity is gonna be insane. Like y'all heard what Tariq said. He said, "Yo, B, I think we started a war." I think we started a war. So off rip, the beginning of season 4, episode 1 is action packed, crazy action, high stakes, super high energy, and this is gonna be something that the people are not gonna want to miss. Like that's gonna be a super dope opening to a season, and I feel like people are gonna be excited about that.
I'm really looking forward to it, especially since the wait, I feel like it's been very too long, if you ask me.
I know it's been a minute. I'm like, dang, we've been keeping the fans and supporters waiting for a long time. This is kind of messed up.
Now, going back to your time on the show, over the last 10 years, how are you able to adapt and to study different ranges of acting from when you was a kid to pretty much who you are now?
Um, it's really like it's all about just disconnecting, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously when you're portraying a role for such a long time, you know, you kind of get like you kind of get a little comfortable, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a second nature type thing, been playing a character for so long, it's just like, you know, it is what it is, but when you step into other roles and you're auditioning for other things, it's really just all about disconnecting and 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 really doing things that don't feel comfortable at all. You know what I'm saying? Like saying certain things in certain ways that don't feel comfortable because you don't want to fall back onto your old habits. So it's all about just disconnecting from your prior character and just really just being okay with being uncomfortable and until you find some comfort into being uncomfortable.
That's some awesome insight because where I was 10 years ago to now, I didn't think I would be doing all of this, if you ask me.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Things change like crazy. It's like in a blink of an eye, it's like, whoa, how did I end up over here? Like, yeah.
Now, going back to Ghost, for this final season, who do you enjoy working with the most, especially since we got more new characters coming in?
um, uh, I'm always say my favorite scene partner is Gianni. That's a given because me and his chemistry is just super out the roof. But aside from people that's been in the show, we have some new characters as well. So, um, I would say Michael Ealy. I love working with Michael Ealy. Like it was super dope because it was not only like I was just in a scene with him. It was kind of challenging as well because Michael Ealy he's a very powerful actor. You know what I'm saying? Like his presence is there. Like So when you're in a scene with Michael Ealy, like you got to make sure your presence is felt as well, and you got to make sure it's felt just as much as his presence is felt. So working with him is definitely it was amazing because it's just like kind of felt like a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? He would throw a jab, I would throw a jab right back. He would throw a jab, I'll weave it, then I'll throw a jab. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a little friendly boxing match, and every scene we did, it's really just like that, you know. It's just like a competitive little boxing match. Like obviously we're working, you know, to get the best out of each other, but at the same time, being that our characters are on two different, you know, sides of the world, you know, the competitive, you know, like that tenacity is still there in the scene. So we played that very well, and I'm super excited to see all the scenes I got with Mike Ealy, man. He's really one of the best actors I've worked with, and I'm super excited to see the results of our scenes for sure.
My final one for you, especially since you brought up competitive. You had a lot of fights on the last season. How did you mentally prepare for all of that?
Well, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know. I was just like, and my thing is, I got a lot to say to the people that be watching Tariq get beat up. Because look, it don't make no sense for Tariq to be beating anybody up, bro. When you really think about it. Obviously, he's in this street, he's in this world, but look at how he grew up. Grew up in private school. He wasn't fighting nobody like that in private school, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, where was he really going to be fighting at for him to be able to beat up Kane and be able to beat up old, you know, Mecca's homeboys and stuff like that? Like how, like where is he going to learn that? All he know how to do is shoot a gun, and that's it. So I feel like Tariq fighting and all of that, like obviously y'all would want to see, you know, Tariq be like Ghost. You know, Ghost is beating people up all the time, but I just feel like it would be too like, you know, it'd just be too obvious. Like it would just be like, okay, now he's the, you know, he's the ghost of everything. Now he's beating up everybody. Like, bro, it was just 2 years ago that he was getting his ass beat. So it's like it don't make no sense for Tariq to just start beating people up randomly. So I feel like I didn't want that to be a part of his story. Like I didn't want him to just be like that guy that's just beating people up because it's not realistic for him at least. Because he grew up in private school, not fighting anybody. He probably fought like one person for Rainey. He barely even fought him. He just put the kid on the wall and was like, yo, don't mess with my sister. That's it. Like he ain't never fought. So it doesn't really make sense for him to be beating people up. So y'all let him get his ass beat in peace, please. He gonna come back and retaliate in a different way.
Oh my lord. Michael Rainey Jr., it's good to connect with you again. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I know you got a long one coming today.
Yes, yes, yes. I appreciate you. Always good talking to you, bro. Good seeing you. And yeah, man, season 4, I hope you enjoy it. It's gonna be lit.